Okay. Last time we got a little bit of a trouble start to the game. At least we got started.
What are you going to do now?
I will go search for the rebels. I bet they're not all dead yet.
Show me where the rebels are hiding.
It's not far from here. Follow me. There are more of the beast. You showed him one filthy beast less.
Holy crap. We're not totally useless in this game right from the start. I sort of thought that maybe we still were, even though we fought against orcs. I thought they might be special orcs.
See? Here they are. I knew it. I really hope the orcs never find this hideout. I'll stay here for a while, and then be on my way. Hang in there. See you around.
Don't think I want to hear this.
Shiny, shiny armor.
There isn't much that could happen.
Yeah, it's positively glowing.
Still, it can't go on like this.
Don't cause any trouble here. Got it?
You don't look like a woodcutter. I think your place is with the warriors down in the cave.
You should probably do it yourself.
How's it going?
Not so
Someday
good.
this will be over.
We were chased away from our post by aggressive wild boars. I already told the warriors, but they only think about fighting the orcs. If those beasts don't disappear soon, we won't be able to keep working.
Just stop screwing around.
What will you give me if I kill the wild boars at your post?
Worse.
I'm just a simple worker. I don't have much. But if you help us out, I'll give you 30 gold coins.
I'll deal with the wild boars. Where are they?
Go on like
Go
this.
up these stairs and go east into the woods a bit.
Got it.
Just stop
Okay.
screwing around.
The boars. They weren't bad in Gothic 2.
See you later.
Wonder if I'm okay to plunder these. Transfer disease, lightning bolt, healing, water, raw steel, and fire.
Be very careful when roaming through the woods here. Orc scouts are everywhere in this region.
Tell me more about this place.
This is the largest rebel camp on the coast. We call it Reddock. Many royalists who haven't yet been enslaved by the orcs are hiding here. I really hope for your sake that you aren't a spy for the orcs, or we'll make short work of you.
I see. The orcs don't know about this rebel camp?
If the orcs knew we were hiding out here, they would have certainly killed us by now.
Tell me more about the rebels.
We are the only free humans in Murtana who are still fighting the orcs. Orc patrols are our biggest problem here on the coast. Last night, they came dangerously close.
Where are the orc patrols now?
One orc patrol is constantly on the move. Right now, they are between us and Ardea. Another has parked itself on a farm to the east, between here and Cape Dun. If we don't take care of them now, they will stumble upon Reddock sooner or later.
What about the humans working for the orcs?
Most of them are slaves, but there are some human-orc mercenaries as well. Within certain limits, they are allowed to move freely among the orcs. I can only hope you're not going to mingle with them.
Why should I avoid the orc mercenaries?
People who team up with the enemy are the enemy. The path of the orc mercenary is the easy way, with no freedom, and against Enos, our god.
I come from Ardea. We drove the orcs from the village.
Talk to Javier. He already knows about it. One of our scouts saw everything. Javier is down below, in the cavern.
So my pathetic failure and how I got most of the town killed and looted the place.
Show me your goods.
Okay, here you can blah 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 blah. Drag items you want to sell or trade into the field in the lower right. It's system more for me. I'm more familiar with from other games. Now there's dexterity or hunting skill based melee system and strength based. So it's very familiar from the second game. Not quite the same, but close enough. Spear. No strength requirement. Yeah, 70,000, 30,000, 5,000, 1,300. What armor do I have anyway?
Sure, why not?
I don't have an armor. Helmet. Light horned helmets. Protection against blades, 14. I have 700 gold. I'd rather save money and buy the leather garb.
Take my advice. Doesn't matter to you.
I don't want to particularly sell anything.
Get anywhere. You better stay out of it. You should probably do it yourself.
We could sell some loot though.
Are you serious?
It would be enough to get leather armor, I think.
Take my advice.
Not quite.
It doesn't matter to you. Stop screwing.
Well, we have extra weapons.
Are you serious? Sure, why not?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we do. No, I don't want to do that. How do you just move a single thing?
Take my advice. It doesn't matter to you.
That's better. Right clicking.
As if it were so easy.
Ah, halberd's quite expensive. Don't think we need multiples. Rusty battle axe. I don't think we need any of those.
You should probably do it yourself.
It's valued at 2,228. Lighterable armor is quite a bit better, but 5,000 we're not even near close to getting that. Paladin armor 150,000. Yeah. good way, we could probably get a helmet. Yeah, let's just take the leather guard
You're
for
all
now.
right.
Sure, why not?
It's not how I want to do things. How do you... Okay, gold balance.
It doesn't matter to you.
We have an armor!
Get anywhere.
Yeah, this is, it looks way too shiny when the sun shines directly to the metal.
You serious?
Okay, but at least we have an armor.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, pick all the things. There's not exactly loading screens in this game, but when you go to a new area, there's a huge amount of stuttering. I don't know if this game allows you to produce permanent boost potions. There's no mention in the manual about that. I'm assuming no, and even if they are, I'm not going to do anything about that until I have confirmation of some kind.
What? Oh, yes. I am a bit jumpy. I'm sorry. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
My name is Sebastian. I am the alchemist here in Redock.
You wear the clothes of a fire mage.
Before the war, I was a high mage of the fire. Then came the day when we fire mages lost our rune magic. And soon after that, the war was over. The robe is all I have left of my rank.
Why did you fire mages lose your magic?
I have spent many sleepless nights trying to answer that question. All I know is that we could no longer hold off the orcs without our rune magic. Many fire mages were killed, and those that survived the debacle fled to the woods.
What will you do now?
I will stay here in Redock and study the ancient writings of our ancestors. Legend has it that the Ancient Ones possessed their own kind of magic. It was completely independent of aids such as the runes, from which we draw our magic.
Tell me more about the magic of the Ancient Ones.
All that is certain is that the Ancient Ones existed and that their artifacts can be found everywhere in the ruins. Even today, the only way to learn more about their magic is to unravel the mystery of those ruins. All the surviving fire mages are researching the ancient knowledge.
Tell me more about the artifacts of the Ancient Ones.
The orcs are obsessed with searching for these valuable relics. Every dealer in the land knows that, and will offer you a correspondingly high price. Many artifacts are of great value to us mages as well, such as the fire chalices, for example.
I think we want to learn as much about this as possible. It seems both key to unlocking our magic abilities and key to unlocking what the hell is Zardas wants with the orcs.
What is so special about the fire chalices?
The fire chalices are ancient, and were thought to have been lost for many years. It is said that they possess powerful magical capabilities. But I am no expert. If you should find a fire chalice, take it to my brethren in Nordmar. They will be able to tell you more about it than I can.
I'm not convinced at this point that Zardas's intentions are totally evil, because based on what we've learned about the war between the orcs and the kingdom in the first and second game, is that they were already losing it, the humans, and it had been basically torn the entire country apart. The orcs were moving in, annihilating it, everything, villages destroyed, everyone living there killed. So the situation that's arrived here is the war is over and the orcs are not slaughtering everyone inside. They have just taken control. So I'm considering what was already happening. This is, I guess, unexpectedly positive outcome of the situation. I don't think he's out for a common good or anything, but considering how things were, this is not the worst possible outcome by any stretch of the imagination.
Tell me something about alchemy.
It is the only way of healing and strengthening yourself without magic. I am no expert, but my abilities are enough to supply Redoc with what is absolutely necessary.
Teach me what you know about alchemy.
I would gladly do that. But unfortunately, I don't have enough ingredients to teach you. If you can get me 10 healing plants, I will share my knowledge with you.
I'll get you some healing plants.
These plants grow almost everywhere. I don't think you will have a problem finding them.
Show me your goods.
Antidote is valued at 200. So I wonder how poison works here. I'm assuming it's damage. Damage over time. But is it gonna go away on its own, or do we need to use an antidote to get rid of it? Potion recipes. Oh, and depending on, you need a different recipe if you want to make a potion from a different ingredients. Fire arrows. Again, healing potions from healing plant, healing root, sunweed, wild berries. Maybe they're... I have to assume at this point that their strength varies a little bit. Otherwise it just seems like it's a bit too much. 5,000 for a healing potion versus 500. Hunting potion. Permanent hunting skill. 1,600. Magic root, fire nettle, mana plant. Morning dew. Permanently increases user's mana. 1,200. We can afford it now. Endurance. Life force. I'm not gonna buy recipes now. Transformation potions. Bison, bloodfly. lizard, meatbug, snapper, swamp lurker, wild boar. Ooh, bloodfly is surprisingly tough according to this. Why? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna deal with him. Interesting amount of recipes. Surprisingly cheap.
Welcome, stranger. What can I do for you? Do you need food, clothes, or maybe a hefty swig from the bottle? Marlowe will sell you everything you need here on the coast.
Who are you?
I am Marlowe. I am the best merchant on the coast, from Ardea all the way to Cape Dun. What interests me most are valuable items. Items such as silver, gold, and jewels. I take everything.
What do you do with the junk?
I know ways to convert the stuff into shiny coins, and we need them. So you're supporting a good cause when you bring me this stuff.
Where do you get your goods?
We have people in the cities who take care of our supplies. Once you have brought us a few valuables, they will let you know who they are.
Nah, shit, I should have been this guy the items.
Where can I find trade goods here on the coast?
I can give you some information, but not for free.
Maybe later. Show me your goods.
World map. Meat bark ragouts. I think I'll buy a couple of lockpicks. They're not that expensive. I don't think we have that many at the moment. 2. Female rebel. Hey, is it okay if I steal from you?
Don't touch that!
No. I didn't think it would, but since we basically plundered the houses in the city already and no one tried to stop us, I wanted to test it. This is quick load, by the way. Not exactly quick, but so we don't want to die. Even saving isn't all that fast. These are all rusty weapons. Looks like supplies. We're close enough for them to react. Again, more testing.
Hey, you look like you could take a beating or two. What about a little fight in the arena?
No.
You're new here, aren't you? Many refugees have joined us in Reddock lately. but your face isn't familiar.
Are you in charge here?
I'm the most experienced man here when it comes to fighting orcs. I guess that would make me something like a leader of this rebel camp.
You're wearing a paladin's armor.
I used to be a paladin before the orcs won the war for themselves. I fought for the king in the last battle for Vanguard, the capital. Now I'm just a refugee, just like everybody else here.
Tell me more about the war.
There isn't much to say about that, my friend. Once we paladins lost our magic and ran out of magic ore, we didn't stand a chance. We ended up being easy prey for the orcs.
What do you know about Zardis?
No more than everyone else does. He's in cahoots with the orcs, or so they say. If you want to find out more, try their shamans. The only problem is getting them to talk to a human in the first place.
How can I support you?
There are many possibilities for furthering our cause. Just walk around here and ask the people in the camp. We need to prepare for the revolution in Cape Dun.
Explain this revolution thing to me.
The cities of Murtana are ruled by orcs, but some of us rebels are lying low within the cities. When the time comes, the rebels will mobilize both slaves and free humans for the revolution. You must find these undercover rebels and follow their orders if you want to support us.
Who is this undercover rebel in Cape Dun?
He's moving among the slaves in Cape Dun, so we won't be recognized. I hope they haven't found him out yet. I will not tell you who it is. I don't know you well enough for that. But if you can gain his trust, tell him that Javier sent you to support him.
We drove the orcs out of Ardea.
So we owe this to you. Well done. Our people will take care of things from now on. I have other tasks for you if you want to help us.
Sure, just anything will do, really. I did read some generic tips about this game. Enough that maybe common sense would also tell you. The only thing that I would guess is sort of I would consider to be in the spoiler territory.
I need weapons.
So do we. Unfortunately, there is one small problem with that. Our last smith died in combat. Since then, our smithy has been abandoned. If you know somebody who could take his place, send him to us.
Yeah, the only thing that could be considered a spoiler, I guess, is that when you do enough of these revolution type things in their cities, there's going to be some kind of an event. That's what I know. So it was mainly a warning that it's not a smart thing to do. I mean, try to cause revolutions in cities as fast as you can, because something's going to happen, and if it's basically on the first thing you try to do, you are probably going to have great difficulties dealing with the consequences of that. So it was more of a take your time with it kind of a warning. Don't try to push it as fast as you can.
If I were you, I wouldn't venture too far into this cave system.
What's wrong with these caves?
We haven't completely explored them yet. There's supposed to be another exit somewhere to the east. Unfortunately, the eastern caves are teeming with beasts.
So you're in an unexplored cave system and that's your base.
Is this a former mine by any chance?
It's possible, but if that is the case, then nothing has been mined here for years. We found these caves the way they are now. We just had to clean them of some cave beasts.
What's your job?
I'm on guard duty. I'm watching the southern exit of Reddick. In my spare time, I train in the arena for the real thing.
Show me your goods.
Everyone has goods in this game. Sharp arrows. Recipe. Okay, what kind of bow do I have? A normal bow, of course. I could use a hunting bow too. Long bow. I'm not gonna buy any bows. We'll deal with it.
I will eliminate the beasts from your eastern passage.
That's insane, stranger. You should prepare if you want to have any chance at all.
Maybe. We have to start doing something. Probably not okay if I try to steal that. Okay, let's give it a try, at least see what's in this direction. I also want a chance to do something else, basically just draw my weapon and try a few strikes to see how things work. It's a combination of a lot of things this time. Okay, let's try normal striking. That's pathetic. It's like nothing. Okay, that way you can do a continually forward moving sequence. That's holding your button down and doing nothing else. Of course. Ooh, interrupting attacks. Yeah, I can't do anything with the bastard. I have no idea what I did there. Okay. I see. This is fast forward attack. I guess this is some kind of interruption attack. Thrusting attack. Yeah, it's an odd system. Odd in the sense that it's very different from what I'm used to. I guess it makes sense, though. It's not god awful, terrible, anything like that. Just different. And it's different to move because interrupt. Yeah, I'm dead. Movement in fighting is something I don't really get at the moment. Blocking is also, it takes time, that's the problem with it. It's also used as a quick attack button. So the usage is sort of a lot of two buttons, but they do a lot of different things. I'd like to get more fighting experience first. There should be one of the goblins coming our way soon. Excellent. Yeah. Goblin itself isn't that tough, but it Don't really have a system we use against at the moment. Okay. Yeah, this isn't pretty, but you have to learn. The problem here, Boothberry, is that spamming buttons is basically just as effective as trying to fight, which means I don't know how to fight yet. Okay, where can we rest? I think I'll take the clearing of this cave as our first proper mission, just to get something done. Probably get to level 3 at least. Not sure what skills we should try to go for. I do want to be a mage, but that still requires somewhat quite more ancient knowledge than we currently can get. And I don't know, once you have the ancient knowledge, what exactly is required after that. Because just getting an attack skill is not exactly going to help. Permanent increases to mana. Potion recipe, that should be our goal too, fairly early on. It makes a huge difference in the life of a mage. Yeah. God damn interruption. Yeah. Single gay goblin is too much, unless you spam your attacks. Yeah, there's no requirement for timing. It just, you're not required to spam. Actually, spamming leaves you with less open. So actually spamming is preferred. That's a lizard, right? Yeah, I don't think we're really capable of handling a lizard unless we're at full strength. And even then, I'm not sure we are. We could also, well, learn big difficult locks. But I don't think that's it's not a skill you should learn first thing. The problem is we're constantly stumbling onto these chests. So in some ways it's a good bet to take early on. I don't want to come back to these places just to get a chest here and there. But no. I'm not gonna do that. It's something we want to take fairly early on, though. That's what I'm feeling about it. Based on my experiences from the previous game, in the end game it doesn't matter, but for some time it will be a very good source of random crap and financial aid, so it's definitely worth it. Oh crap. Yeah. So lizard is pretty much our limit. Sleep. Our endurance is on the gray. Not quite sure what that means. We can't really use it. I think it's also gray because color has to some extent deleted. I don't know. It's gray continually now. I don't get it. I'm sure there's a reason for it. It used to be beige color, I guess. Yellowish. I'll do the looting later. I want to get all the fighting done. More lizards. We killed the first one by simply weakening the lizard first with a couple of arrows. Of course. Shit. He did. He did. Yeah, back to resting. I feel I know this part of the game very, very well. I'll try to keep the resting crap to at least a lower level than in the Gothic 2. To some extent, as a mage, you can't avoid it though. I mean, do we even have mana potions? We should have. Probably just not in the quick slots. Yeah. It just isn't good. Let's do it that way. There doesn't seem to be a random element to hitting in this game, which is great. Again, another improvement in my opinion. There seems to be that in the damage. I prefer it that way. It's the same random element, maybe with chances to do critical hits, but it's a lot less frustrating, and more importantly, it's not a random number generator based are you hitting or not. If you aim and you hit, you hit. More lizards? Yeah. I'm not fighting two of them. Doesn't sound like a lizard, I have to say. Sounds like some guy growling. You can hear fighting noises. Barking and human noises. Yeah, come get it. Of course I'm knocked down. I'll see if I can just heal up. Ooh, meatbag ragu. Forage. Even the gold values were worthless. Okay. We should be able to kill the last wizard lizard in the room. Where are those sounds coming from? Okay, goblins or orcs? What is that? Like a mine crawler, maybe? It is a mine crawler. Are they any good in this game? They're fairly decent. It's better than lizards. I don't think I can survive against one. Shit. One more time. Okay. At least tactics have some kind of an influence. Mine crawlers again get the short end. Basically doable right from the start because of their shitty tactics. Lizards, on the other hand, are again hugely troublesome. They're so aggressive, and yeah, they do that. Still something doable, and I find this okay because we can take care of these opponents if we just heal up or something. And it's more interesting than having to avoid fighting at all because you suck at it so badly. Here it is certainly causing us trouble, but not that big of a deal. Roast meat bug. We have meat. Yes, we do, but let it be. We should have enough life to handle a lizard now. That's a tough one though. Constant interruptions. And I'm dead. Can't use anything that takes any kind of a time to implement the strike. Which sort of sucks because there doesn't seem to be any predictable fast striking combination that I can do. Yeah, this is probably the best I can do at the moment. Okay, this is better. Yeah, this is much more okay. At least that's something. That's we need to wait. Our fatigue is at 0. Against the lizards, we're basically based off just moving forward and smashing attack. Simply because that's the fastest attack rate we can get out of this guy. Silver goblet. Demon mushrooms.
Too hard.
Needs difficult locks to unlock. Yeah, so in many ways I'm tempted to at least try to raise thieving skills. Actually, we only need to raise by 20 points and we can unlock that. I think that's a sensible investment. Very, very early on, if not quite immediately, but certainly early on. Yep. Didn't go well for us. Interrupted immediately, and that's the end of it. Maybe we should try to formulate some kind of a proper tactic against those. Something that we can reliably use to get at least a victory. Similar to the mine crawlers. Goblins are sort of the same. They move in fast and constantly interrupt you, so you don't get to do any real combat. They're weak enough that it doesn't really matter. These are not anymore. So, and doesn't help that if the game tries to load something at this point. Yeah. I was sort of hoping some kind of maybe retreat strategy, try to do some strikes, but because of the movement system is tied to the combat system, yeah, that won't work. You're just doing some kind of weird strikes behind your back instead of moving backwards and trying to do some hits off forward, so that won't work. We will try to move sideways and that nature. Clear out the southern caves. Quest successful. So, what I'm getting from that now is we need to sort of get it to strike or launch forwards, bait that, and then do a single attack. If we do anything more than a single attack, it's on top of us again. I'd like to heal a little bit so I don't have to look at this. Good enough. Okay, if I can find someone to train me in thief skills, I'm taking it. Not sure if we have to train it though. Again, it's only 20 points. It certainly seems like a small number. But are you gonna wait until you meet those unknown places where you can get those skill points and then come back to do the lockpicking on all these chests? Yeah, I don't think so. Another one we can't lockpick. Witches. Here. Okay. A lot of tools. Healing plant. Where we were supposed to pick up a few healing plants, might as well try to do that too. Okay, these seem to be easily identifiable. King's Sorrel. I'm not really seeing anything particularly odd here. Looks like few easily obtainable loot items that should help us gain initial wealth. And that's about it. Just wondering if there's anything up there. Jump, you bastard. Jump. Definitely nothing worth mentioning. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. How many healing plants do we have? Blueberry. Healing plant. 3. Oh, that sort of sucks. I thought we might have had more. Cape done. Seven more healing plants and we can go. They should be in the forest. Need to use this, there's a couple. Should give us 4 healing plants. 5, 6. I don't want to go after deer. Want my healing plants or deer. Again, I have to say I like the forest. It's not a proper forest, but it's good enough to create sufficient illusion, and it's good enough to act as a barrier for your view. So I like it. You really can't see shit here. Okay, we have what we need. And a couple of extra. It's not much, but they should mean a couple early quests are there. Even the fog doesn't look bad here. It sort of looks like it could be part of the environment. Okay, we know that at least the shrine allowed us to improve some of our abilities, and that could be found in the city, in the first city. Did I miss anything here? No, there's a few chests we can't open, but I think that's about it. We'll definitely come back here later when we have the abilities. And I'm inclined to get the chest opening ability as soon as possible. We've come through this. Because also, if we have enough money, we might be able to gain access to permanent boost mana, which is probably going to be vital, absolutely vital, if we want to entertain the idea of focusing on magic using. So we could gain that early on too, because we can loot more stuff. And it is going to be an ability we're going to get, without a doubt. I've taken it more or less, or the equivalent, in Gothic 1 and 2 and in both games. Even though it gives you a lot of crap, it does also mean that alone is almost enough to keep you in the game as far as funds are concerned, and certain type of equipment. It gives you a lot of extra gold, a lot of extra potions, and a lot of sort of secondary crap that you can, in emergency situations, sell for funds. Rusty swords. Thought Gothic 2 would be a long game, but based on this, this might be a lot longer. Because just looking at the map, we've played a couple of hours, and we've done like a tiny corner of this place. Naturally, when your abilities improve, you can sort of move more rapidly through areas to at least a certain extent, and this game has fast travel system, so we don't have to waste time traveling, at least not to the extent we had to in the second game. But even ignoring that, I think this is probably going to be a longer one.
Reddick's southern exit is clear.
You mean the beasts are gone? Incredible! This will make my guard duty by the southern exit much more relaxed. Thanks. That's worth a few gold coins to me.
500 extra, excellent. How much gold do we have now anyway? I wish the, there it is, 2,500. 3,000, no, 5,000 was it, that gives you a new armor, so we're not going to be able to get that anytime soon. And I think it might make us clearly a member of the rebel faction, which is probably not something we like.
Here are your 10 healing plants.
Wonderful. Now I can share my knowledge with you.
Teach me something about ancient magic.
Yeah, ancient knowledge is key to spellcasting. Oh, I want to learn faster. 5 LP and 5000 gold. I think these are special abilities. We don't have the ancient knowledge for them. Okay, light armor usage. Staff fighting. Skill with staff. Magical staves.
Teach me something about alchemy.
Alchemy. Fire arrows. Brew mana potions. Permanent potions. I think this requires... Okay, alchemy 40 potions with permanent effects. Make poison. No intention of doing this anytime soon. We could brew healing potions. We got something like 1 point in alchemy by doing that quest, but it's a permanent point nonetheless. Sneak? I don't even know what the sneaking button is. Better prices by trading. I'm not gonna take that much thievery very likely. Enough strength to at least use a shield might be a good idea too. Requires strength 300 for regeneration. Murder. What was this light armor crap? It has to be a magic ability. So armor protection for all rogues is doubled. Is that the light armor? But that requires quite a lot of ancient knowledge. We have 5, it would require something like 100. Staff fighting, that's something we could learn. We don't have staffs though. Druid, Fire Mage, Water Mage, Dark Mage, Mana Regeneration, Ancient Knowledge 250. Learn quickly. When going up a level, the hero receives an additional learning point. So basically 10% more learning points per level up. I usually hate these. It depends how many learning points it costs, naturally though. Because if you can get it fairly early on, it will easily pay itself back. Combat skills would require 50 additional skill points to get any kind of boosts. With the thievery skills, 20. 20 plus the skill. Smithing or weapons. Forge weapons from pure ore. Prospector. No idea what that is. Hone blade. Hone blade does additional damage. Improve armor. No skill requirements. Just need to buy it. Take animal skins. That's a good source of money, at least it used to be. Teeth, claws and horns. Maybe we should trace hunting. Well, we should do a lot of things. 2,500.
Show me your goods.
He was looking for... luxuries like these caskets. Silver goblets. What? He's paying double the value for treasure items. Yeah, 480 gold. I can accept that. It'll give us 3,000. We could buy a helmet with that kind of money, but I don't think so. It's protection against slashing weapons, but it seems like a luxury at this point. How many arrows do we have? 38, 7 fire, head knock arrows. Okay, what is that? I do want to talk to the leader once more before ending. I think we're done here. There are other missions we can do for the camp, and we probably should. What's our reputation? Where can I see it? 4 reputation dribbles.
Go mind your own business.
Fair enough. We do want to find someone who's willing to teach us some thieving skills. Protection against missiles, impact and blades. Easily gained if we would just basically get the shield skill. And I don't think you don't need to block to get that advantage. It would require 25 strength though. We could get it right this second. But again, it's probably worthwhile investment, but I'd like to move very fast towards magic using. It means we're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit our combat capabilities to start, but at the same time, that's what we did at Gothic 2. We paid a price for it, but in the end it wasn't too bad. The bigger problem, I guess, was our inexperience in general, and the fact that we stumbled onto the Seekers. I'm sort of imagining that if we try to free too many towns, some kind of Seeker profiliation event will happen in this game too. Something that you don't want to deal with if you don't have upper capabilities.
I'm going to take a break.
Yeah, I guess we're getting the hell out of here and go boar hunting next.
That's all we need.
It should be to the east of us, so there.
Like that, we'll never get anywhere.
Yeah, towards the city of Arden. Ardea. Not sure. Cape Gun might be another place where we would go. Ardea had a lighthouse and all that, so I think that's the area we're generally going to explore next.
Sure, why not?
keep an eye out on anyone who can teach us thievery.
Take my